Hello again, my dear 8th graders. Today we are going to revise all that we have learned about adverbs and comparison of adverbs so far. I hope that you understood the rules for comparison from the last lesson. And now let's start with checking your homework. Your task was to choose the right form of the given adverbs. I hope that you didn't have much trouble with these sentences. And here is the key. Sentence number 1. I visit my parents more often than my brothers do. In this sentence, we chose more often because that's the comparative form. And you saw also the word than, which is a kind of signal words for comparison. Sentence number 2. He thinks he always knows best. Here we chose the adverb best, the superlative form, because we emphasize him among all other people. Sentence number 3. Out of all my siblings, I visit my parents the most often. Here we also chose the superlative form the most often because we want to emphasize that I visit my parents more and the most of all the others. Sentence number 4. David did worse than he thought he would do on his test. In this sentence, we chose the comparative form because we compare David and David's real work with the imaginative one, and we also can see the word then. Sentence number 5. I did the worst out of all the students in my test. Here we also chose the superlative form, the worst, because I am compared to all other students. Sentence number 6. Out of all the students, Frank studied the least but got the best grade. Here we chose the superlative form the least because Frank is emphasized in comparison to all the other students. Sentence number 7. We argued longer than I thought we would. Here the right choice is longer because we compare two actions, the real one and the imaginative one. Sentence number 8. My sisters laughed the loudest out of the whole audience. Here the good answer is the loudest because my sisters are emphasized out of the whole audience, all other people. Sentence number 9. The two guys who enjoyed the game the most were Donald and Rick. Also, we chose the superlative form here because we want to emphasize Donald and Rick like people who enjoyed the game most among all other people. And the last one, sentence number 10, George drives more recklessly than his brother. It is obvious here that we should choose the comparative form because we compare George and his brother. Now, let's practice a little. In this exercise, your task is to locate and underline the adverbs in the following sentences, and also identify the degree of comparison of each adverb. Look at the example. Sarah sang more softly as the baby's eyes closed. In this sentence, the adverb is more softly, and the degree of comparison is comparative. That's how it should look like. Let's go. Sentence number 1. Mike has never spoken more sincerely. Sentence number 2. Mila studies the hardest of us all. Sentence number 3. Cheetahs run the fastest of all mammals. Sentence number 4. Lydia talked more angrily than before. Sentence number 5. Seagulls fly better than ducks. And sentence number 6. My dad works longer than his office mates. I'll give you a few moments to do this task, and in order to do it faster, you can just write C or S on these lines, C for comparative and S for superlative. I hope it's not difficult for you. Let's see the answers. As you were probably right. Sentence number 1, Mike has never spoken more sincerely. More sincerely is the adverb here, and its degree of comparison is comparative. Sentence number 2, Mila studies the hardest of us all. Here, the hardest should be underlined, and the degree of comparison is superlative. Sentence number 3, cheetahs run the fastest of all mammals. The fastest is the adverb, and the degree of comparison is superlative. Sentence number 4, Lydia talked more angrily than before. More angrily is the adverb here, and the degree is comparative. Sentence number 5, seagulls fly better than ducks. In this sentence, better is the right adverb here, and the degree of comparison is comparative. And in the last sentence, number 6, my dad works longer than his office mates. Longer is the adverb here, and its degree is comparative. Okay? If you've finished all this, I suggest playing a little. I'm sure that you know the association word game in popular quiz shows, and here is one of them. You'll see 3 columns, A, B, and C. Each of them contains 3 words with their keywords as final solutions, and when we get all 3 of them, these final solutions, we're going to think of the last one, the main one, which refers to all of them. So let's start with column A, and it's 3 words. Word number 1, bad. Number 2, good. Number 3, tall. Now think of the keyword for this column. Let's go to the column B, and it's 3 words. The first one is angrily. The second is slowly. And the third one is carefully. Now think of the keyword for this column. And column C with its 3 words. The first one is positive. The second one is comparative. And the third one is superlative. I'm sure that you know the answers. I'll give you a few more moments. So once again, column A, bad, good, tall. Think what is the association for all these. Column B, angrily, slowly, carefully. Think about this one. In column C, positive, comparative, superlative. You also think for this one. Okay, I think that we can see if you were right. Column A, bad, good, tall. Yes, they are adjectives. Column B, angrily, slowly, carefully. They are adverbs. Yes. And column C, positive, comparative, superlative. They are degrees. Yes. So we have the keywords out of these columns. Can you please think about the final solution and what is in common for all these 3? For adjectives, adverbs, degrees. I hope that you know the answer already. Let's see if you were right. Yes, that's comparison. Well done. Why comparison? Because there is the comparison of adjectives, there is the comparison of adverbs, and in comparison we have 3 degrees. So everything is connected here. Well done once again. Now let's do a kind of easier exercise. I think it would be easier now. Your task here is to find the odd word in a row in each of the rows. It means that you should cross out the word which doesn't belong in each of the row, in a way. Row number 1, better, more slowly, the fastest. Number 2, well, easier, faster. Number 3, the fastest, quickly, nicely. Number 4, most loudly, less, most softly. Number 5, angrily, easy, badly. Be careful when you do this exercise. It isn't so difficult. You just have to pay attention a little to find the odd word in each of the row, like this black sheep among all other whites. Okay, let's see if you were right. Well, row number 1, In this row, the fastest is the odd word because it's the only superlative and the other ones are comparatives. Row number 2, well is the odd word here because it's the positive form, while the others are comparatives. Row number 3, the fastest is the odd word here because it's the superlative form, while the others, as you can see, are positive forms. In row number 4, less is the word that you need here because less is the comparative form, while the others are superlative forms. And in the last one, easy is the word that we need here because it is an adjective, while the others are adverbs. I hope that you did this well also. And now the next task is to do the crossword puzzle. I'm sure that you know what the crossword puzzles are, and you have to see the definitions of the words. You can see them under the crossword. One more reminder for this one. Be sure not to mix across and down directions of writing, because across in Serbian it means vodoravno, and down means uspravno. Okay, so let's see what the puzzles are. In the direction across, number 2, superlative of bravely, and number 5, comparative form of warmly. In the down direction, number 1, adverb made of adjective bad. Number 2, comparative form of perfectly. Number 3, superlative form of slowly. And 4, adverb made of adjective angry. As you can see, for these words, for example, in the direction across, in number 2, the word has got 11 letters, and the 5th one has got 10 letters. In the down direction, number 1 has got 5 letters, number 2 has got 13 letters, number 3 has got 10 letters, and the 4th one has got 7 letters. I think that you know all the answers. You can write the answers in your notebooks if you like, or draw a puzzle in your notebooks if you wish. Now let's see if you did this correctly. So look at this. Direction across, number 2, superlative of bravely is most bravely. It is not written in this way. Of course, there is a space because there are 2 words, most bravely, but this is the crossword puzzle, so everything is possible. And the word number 5, comparative form of warmly is more warmly. In direction down, number 1, adverb made of adjective badly is badly. Number 2, comparative form of perfectly is more perfectly. Number 3, superlative form of slowly is most slowly. And number 4, adverb made of adjective angry is angrily. This crossword puzzle can usually be helpful here to practice your spelling. So this is the good one, absolutely. And now, I hope that you aren't too tired for the final challenging exercise here. In this one, you can see the beginnings of sentences on the left in column A and their endings in column B. And your task is to match them correctly to get the good sentences. So let's see, what do we have here? In column number A, 1, David did as badly. Number 2, Ellen speaks French. Number 3, Max dances better. Number 4, they will lock their door. Number 5, both Marcus and Kate. Column B, the endings. A, then his sister. B, work hard. C, more carefully next time. D, more fluently than me. And E, as she did in the test. Now think of all the rules that we mentioned before to match these parts. I hope it's not so difficult. Now let's see if you did it correctly. David did as badly as she did in the test. So this is a good sentence. Number 2, Ellen speaks French more fluently than me. Number 3, Max dances better than his sister. Number 4, they will lock their door more carefully next time. And the last one, both Marcus and Kate work hard. Dear students, thanks for watching. I wish you all the best, and I hope that you understood everything about adverbs and their comparison. Goodbye.